In April 1955, American parents lined up their children for protection. A small injection, a few seconds of pain, then safety. That was the promise. But within days, some children began to fall sick. Fever, weakness, pain. Then the real horror began. A leg stopped moving, an arm went limp. In some children, paralysis appeared near the same place where the needle had entered. Doctors saw something that should have been impossible. Children who had just received the polio vaccine were developing polio. This was not an ordinary outbreak. It was a man-made disaster, and it began inside vials meant to save lives. To understand the terror, you have to understand what polio meant in 1950s America. Polio was every parent's nightmare. It could begin like a simple fever. Then it could attack the nervous system. Some children recovered. Some were permanently paralyzed. Some could no longer breathe without iron lungs. Families avoided swimming pools, theaters, crowds, and summer gatherings. Every fever carried one question: is it polio? Then came Jonas Salk's vaccine. It was supposed to be a miracle, a killed virus vaccine. The virus would be grown, killed with formaldehyde, and injected safely so the body could learn to fight it. The virus would be present, but harmless. On April 12, 1955, the vaccine was announced as effective. Parents believed the nightmare was ending. Companies were racing to produce millions of doses. One of those companies was Cutter Laboratories in Berkeley, California. Cutter was making the same type of vaccine America had just trusted. But the process had one unforgiving rule. Every bit of live poliovirus had to be killed. Not most of it, all of it, because even a tiny amount of surviving virus could turn the vaccine into the disease. And that is exactly what happened. Some Cutter vaccine lots contained live poliovirus. At first, the cases looked scattered. One vaccinated child became ill, then another, then more. The pattern became impossible to ignore. The illness was appearing after vaccination. Parents had taken healthy children to clinics for protection. Now some of those children were losing strength in their limbs. Some developed mild polio-like illness. Others developed paralytic polio. Some died. And the danger did not stop with the vaccinated children. Polio can spread through close contact. That meant the live virus from the faulty vaccine could move into homes, families, and communities. A child could receive the shot, and someone else could become infected. Then came the most disturbing discovery. The vaccine had passed the required safety tests. On paper, it was safe. It had been checked. The danger had been removed. Investigators later traced the disaster to a manufacturing failure. The virus had not been fully inactivated. Some infectious poliovirus survived the process. The vaccine meant to prevent polio had carried polio into children's bodies. The Cutter vaccine was recalled. The national vaccination program was paused. How did a vaccine against polio give children polio? The answer was hidden in production, testing, and oversight. The system had moved too fast. Public pressure was enormous. Rules were not strict enough. And Cutter's faulty lots reached the public. Around 120,000 doses of Cutter vaccine containing live poliovirus were released. About 40,000 children developed a milder form of polio illness. Dozens developed paralytic polio. 5 vaccinated children died. The virus also spread to contacts, causing more paralysis and more deaths. Altogether, the Cutter incident was linked to hundreds of polio cases. The Salk vaccine itself was not the failure. Properly manufactured vaccine worked. After the Cutter incident, vaccine production rules became stricter. The vaccination program resumed, and polio cases in the United States later dropped dramatically. The Cutter incident remains one of the darkest pharmaceutical disasters in American history.